What's up, guys? It's Corey, and I'm back with some more Diablo 3 Hardcore with my Crusader. We are going to continue where we left off yesterday. I'm assuming this video comes out the day after the previous. I don't even know. I recorded it yesterday, which is why I said that, and now I'm trying to cover for myself. So we're going to keep going. Last time we had a fairly hard time finding where we were going. I'm pretty sure that won't be the case this time, but I have no idea. There's always the chance that'll happen. Unfortunately, that's just the way this game is structured. If I'm not mistaken, last time I did... Yeah, I think I got like a bubble on me now. I like switched my skills up. Yeah, that R1 is really good. These guys suck. All these knockbacks. Let's grab this whatever that is. I think it's a power orb that gives you the Nephilim something. Now I can't even think of it. Nephilim Glory, I think. I just forget the name of the buff. I know what it does. I never have to think of the name most of the time, so it doesn't come up. So as a sort of continuation of yesterday, Fantasy Life came out today. It's been a long time since I turned on my 3DS. I think the last game I played for it was Bravely Default, which was really good until halfway through, and then it kind of shit the bed. But that first half was really awesome. I guess it's unfortunate it has to be sort of qualified that way, because like for the first 40 hours I played that game, it was fucking amazing. One of my favorite RPGs in quite a long time, actually. But the ending was just... I couldn't even get to the ending. That second half was so bad. I just rage quit the entire thing. But anyway, Fantasy Life just came out. I just got done making my character, but I figured I'd take a little break from that and do some more of this. I do feel like I kind of need to. It's been a while now that I've kind of been like continuously running out of footage, so I wanted to change that. And now I've got kind of an ideal time to record, so I thought I would do that. I can play Fantasy Life kind of whenever I want. Right now I've got the house to myself, and that's what makes the best recording, because I don't have to worry about people making noise. No, that was a shitty piece of gear, so I was hoping to get some upgrades. Clearly that didn't happen. But yeah, Fantasy Life looks fucking amazing. I cannot wait to get into that game a little more. It's just fucking adorable. It seems like it's been a really good, like, year or two for, like, really good RPGs. Like, earlier this year, there was Bravely Default, whether you think that good or not. For the most part, there was a lot of good in there. There was, like, Dark Souls 2, which I would still count as an RPG. Even though it's kind of an action thing and it's kind of its own thing, but it is still an RPG in my book, because you're still leveling up, you're still making like character progress. There is still a story to progress through. For everything that I would consider an RPG, it has everything that is required to be considered one of those. Being turn-based or not is not a requirement. Had a bit of a burp there that was kind of having a hard time coming out. That sucked. I just ate a bunch of pizza, so probably less ideal to record now than I originally thought. But fuck it, we're just gonna keep going with it. But yeah, whether whether Bravely Default was that good of a game or not, there was still stuff like the South Park game, Stick of Truth. That game was kind of amazing, and it shouldn't have been, but it was really good. Most of the time, licensed games like that are really bad. But they did a kind of incredible job with that thing. I think it's far better than anyone was expecting. Some people really liked Child of Light. I think that's a bad game. I don't understand those people, but it has some fans, so I'll put it on the list, I suppose. Of course, now that I'm talking about RPGs that came out this year, I can't actually think of any yet. Besides the couple that I mentioned. I guess I don't necessarily count this, because this was out on PC 2 years ago. There've been a lot of like handheld RPGs or like remakes, like Final Fantasy X-2 or 10 HD and 10-2, which is not as good as 10, but it's part of that package. Which I've been playing on Vita still. I was trying to get Celestial Weapons. That isn't going to happen. I'm at the point now where I have to race a Chocobo, and my time has to be less than 0 seconds. And that wouldn't be that bad. It's a fairly simple minigame if the controls were a little bit better. They are awful. So I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to fight Sin and then move on to 10-2. I'm going to beat that game as well. And then they're going to just get removed from the Vita because I've got a 32GB memory card and that thing is fucking packed. I need to clear up space on that thing. And I don't want to do it until I've beaten the game. And there's too much bullshit to get Celestial Weapons. And it's just not worth it. It's unfortunate. I wanted to, but now that I'm actually getting into it, no, I can't. Ooh, we got a treasure goblin. Ha! Fantastic. That's one of the trophies that I'm still working on getting. I think, is it 500 or 100 treasure goblins? I think it's 500, and then 500 bounties. Yeah, those are going to take a little while. Those won't go very fast, unfortunately. But most of my characters that I'm leveling up are in adventure mode, so the bounties will come relatively quickly. And luckily it's not across a single character, it's all characters. So I can do my leveling up of all 6 classes, I think, while doing all that other stuff. So getting all my bounties, getting all my treasure goblins, all that stuff I can do while leveling up multiple characters.
After the Dalgar Oasis was discovered 3 centuries ago. In recent days, the aqueducts have become
so yeah, I guess I wouldn't really count this. Tales of Xillia 2 came out. I own that. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I really want to. I didn't have much experience with the Tales games until the first one, which I played early this year, I think. That game is fucking great. And even if Xillia 2 is not as good as the first game, if it can come close, I'll be happy with it. Because Tales of Xillia was kind of incredible. It made me go out and buy a bunch of the other Tales games. And I'm really looking forward to Tales of Hearts R on Vita later this year. That looks like it's going to be really good. But yeah, it just seems like it's a fairly good year for RPGs. A lot of them are handheld, which I guess if you're not into handheld gaming, then that kind of sucks for you. But because of my job, I am super into it. So it works out pretty well for me. And then there's still a fair number of console RPGs as well that have been really good. I guess it's been a fairly good year in gaming in general, hasn't it? Stuff like Shadow of Mordor coming out and being really good. Bayonetta 2 coming out very soon, I think. Reviews hit for that like 2 weeks ago, and I don't even know if that game's out yet. I would love to play that, but I don't have a Wii U yet. I will get one eventually, but... Well, it might come down to the fact that I'm going to be moving in the next couple of weeks. Or about a month. No, like 3 weeks. It's the... man, it's fucking... I'm stressing out over that too. That's going to really suck. I'm not actually moving all that far, but it is like, it's over state lines. So it's gonna be a huge deal. I'm gonna have to like relicense my car. I'm gonna have to make sure I like update my address and all of my bills and stuff on a number of websites like Amazon and things like that send me stuff regularly. I need to update all that information. Switching over car insurance. It's just a fucking disaster. And I don't have a ton of experience doing it. Most of it's pretty straightforward. There's just a lot of it. And that sucks. I'm already pretty busy as it is. I work 50 hours a week, and then I'm doing this on the side, and I'm still trying to play games in my own free time.
Passage should lead to the desolate sands.
And then there's also that. Yeah, it sucks.
He stuck me in a barrel. It's quite uncomfortable.
I got very off topic there, talking about moving. I suppose that's kind of the nature of this. I'm just trying to chat. I can't even fucking talk now. God damn it. I'm really bad at this, guys. But that's kind of the nature of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of chatting about whatever. And sometimes that works really well. And sometimes, because I'm still very new at it, it doesn't. And I'm still working on that. I don't want... Like, I as it is right now, I am not happy with a lot of the stuff that I'm putting out. But I know that I want to get something out there. And I want, like, to just get practice. And so that's why I'm doing this. I could just be making stuff and then not putting it out. But I feel like it's going to be most productive if I actually put it out and have people watch it and kind of tell me eventually, like, what could be improved, what's working well, what's not working well, and how I can fix things. And a lot of that will come, like, directly through, like, analytics. Like what sections of videos are people watching? Which types of videos are getting watched the most? Things like that. That stuff will all come eventually. Oh fuck! There's still an enemy there. I took my hand off the controller to like wipe or like scratch my forehead. I don't know why I said wipe. Scratch. Not wet. I'm just itchy. I wear a hat a fair bit, so like I get dry skin on my forehead, and that sucks balls. But yeah, I probably need to do something with that. Actually, I wear a hat a lot. That's probably not a good thing. It'll probably end up causing some kind of negative effect on my hair or something at some point. But I don't know, just to have it. It feels weird not to wear it. And it's not like I'm bald or I even have a bald spot. It's just, that's what I've been doing for a long time, and it's just what feels natural. What I'm comfortable with, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. I'm sure people that, like, guys that do have thinning or just, like, bald heads, I'm sure they do it some too. And I think it makes more sense for them. But, like, I've got a full head of hair, and I'm still doing it, and I don't even know why. Fuck. We're about 15 minutes in right now. hopefully we can get to the next section of this this quest relatively quickly. I have no idea how long that's actually going to take, unfortunately. I keep talking about that. I don't even coming up with subjects to talk about is very difficult, actually. It's not like I'm planning this stuff ahead of time. I'm literally just hitting a record button and then picking up a controller, or picking up, I guess it'd be the opposite order, picking up the controller, hitting record, and then just fucking going. I'm not planning out what I'm going to talk about. I don't have any, like, bits. Sounds like I'm trying to fucking put on, like, a comedian, like, a comic act, comic show, comedian, something. Fuck it. But I suppose in a way that is kind of what I'm doing. I would like to be entertaining, obviously. That is kind of one of the things that I'm doing this for. I know that at times I can be. I have had people watch me play games for a very long time. I grew up with my sister, and she was watching me play games a lot as we were growing up. And she would be entertained by watching me. That being said, she doesn't know me. She does know me. So that's kind of the biggest difference there. Most of the people that are on the internet that are probably watching this have literally no idea who I am. And that's difficult to get across. Because I don't know, like, what I want to talk about, what I want to put out there for people to know. Like, I've got my real name on my YouTube channel, on purpose, I suppose. Because I've heard stories from people like Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit that they had, like, sort of weird YouTube channel names and then regretted it later on. Like Jesse's always gone by Jesse in his videos, but his channel was OMFG Kata, because he started off, like, one of the big things he was doing was Cataclysm videos when that was in beta for World of Warcraft. And yeah, he had a problem with that for a long time until he was finally able to get his channel changed so that it just says Jesse Cox. And Total Biscuit's channel was actually Total Halibut for a long time. It's not anymore. I think it's just like the Cynical Brit or something along those lines. I forget what it's exactly. I don't think I need to be promoting his channel. He's got a fuckload of subscribers, so he'll do okay without me getting all of his information right. But yeah, that's kind of where I went with just my real name, is because I don't want to deal with that problem in the future. I'm totally okay with people knowing my name, because, like, I don't tend to be a dick on the internet. Never really have. Even, like, whenever I was, like, talking to people in, like, WoW, when I played that for, like, 8 years, I would always sort of word all of my, like, my messages and shit the way I would speak, basically. So there would be, like, commas and places where I would pause talking and things, and I type how I speak, and I put myself out there. I didn't tell people my name, because, I mean, why the fuck do they care? They just need some DPS, or they need a tank, or they need a healer, which I don't heal, so I don't know why they would fucking coming to me. But I did tank sometimes because it was fucking instant queues, and I'd be dumb to pass that up. So, yeah, I mean, I've always kind of just been myself on the internet, and that's realistically, that's probably not going to get me anywhere. Honestly, or it'll get me somewhere incredibly slowly. At the best, I think.
In the morning, they're sending the
Unless I get lucky and someone happens to, like, someone that is actually good at this sees my videos and then says, hey, maybe you're doing a thing that people like or something, and then they give me a chance to do something else. But I don't know what else I would want to do. I want this to like be my thing, you know. That's why it's got my name on it. It's gonna be like my channel. I'm gonna put out like I'm gonna play games that I want, and for the time being, that's whether or not I get views or not. That's what I'm doing, and for the most part, I don't get views because I'm just starting out. But I want me as a person to be associated with all of the stuff that I do. And the easiest way to do that is just put my fucking name on that channel. They'll see my name, they'll hear me talk, and they might learn a thing or two about me, and maybe they'll like that, maybe they won't. And if they don't, that's fine. I don't give a shit. There's lots of people that don't like me, and lots of people that won't like me, assuming they ever figure out that I exist. And that's fine. They can have their own opinions, it doesn't matter. Because for the most part, I think I'm not an awful human being. And that's kind of all I can say about myself. I'm 27, I have not died yet, and I haven't killed anyone. And for the most part, I think I treat people pretty okay. Sometimes I make people laugh. Most of the time I don't. So that's kind of... I like playing games a lot, and I've sort of done this a fair bit in the past because of my sister and like friends and shit. We just hang out and sometimes we'd play single-player games because we didn't have a lot of money, and we would play whatever was fun at the time. And if it was multiplayer, that was great. If it wasn't, we just fucking take turns because we didn't have much other choice. We liked playing games, and if the stuff we had to play wasn't multiplayer, we had to deal with it. We couldn't just go buy more stuff. I can buy quite a few games now because I'm working. But when I was in high school, I couldn't do that. Even when I was working like a part-time job in high school, I couldn't do that because I wasn't making much money. Games are fucking expensive. Even now, they're still expensive. I haven't bought Shadow of Mordor yet because it's still $60. That's still expensive. I make a lot more than I did back then too. But it's hard to justify that money sometimes. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Talking about putting my name on my channel and then talking about how fucking games are expensive. I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. I'm just kind of rambling now. I guess I kind of got into a groove and I just sort of fucking went with it from one topic to the next. I guess that's how things are supposed to go. You're supposed to go from one to the next, and you're supposed to do it as fluidly as you can to make those transitions seamless, or as seamless as possible, I suppose. Of course, me talking about it, it's not doing that. It's doing the exact opposite of that and just bringing it up. But well, I don't fucking care. I'm not doing this professionally. I'm getting basically literally $0, and it's actually costing me money to do it. And I'm putting in a ton of time. It doesn't take a ton of time per video, but as it stands right now, I'm attempting to at least do 5 a week. I want to do at least 1 a day during the weekdays. There are times where I'm not meeting that goal, which is unfortunate, but I'm not going to sweat it because I am doing this for fun and for free, and I'm still I'm paying for Adobe Creative Cloud so I can edit something and not try to use the shitty software that came with my capture card, because it's not great. It does the job, but it's very basic, which I suppose for the most part is fine. I don't need it to be super good. I need it to function, and so long as it does that, not much else matters. But sometimes it does have technical difficulties, which I believe I mentioned in the last video, that I had recorded a couple of episodes, but I couldn't use them because the video file was unplayable. so I couldn't edit it. That happens every once in a while. So basically, as it stands right now, I have been, I've kind of been rendering every video twice. It record like my capture card compresses the video for me, so I don't have to do it through some other means. Which is nice because it makes the files small, but it also puts them in a weird format. So I have to render them again as the raw video to change them into MP4s, so that I can edit those in Adobe, in Premiere. Because I don't know. Oh, what the fuck! I just got that. Okay, apparently it was probably only 100. I had no idea it was that close. That's cool as fuck. But yeah, I have to edit everything. I have to render everything twice, which sucks. But it's the most reliable, because if I were to try and record directly to MP4, which my software will allow, when I end a recording, it has to, I suppose, convert from its default format into MP4, and it does it automatically. It's just like, as soon as the recording stops, a progress bar goes, and it will save as an MP4, basically. And that's really convenient, except there's a fair number of times where it will just like crash or freeze while it's doing that. So I just decided to not fuck with it, record and let it save in its default format, and then just switch it to an MP4 later. It was the most reliable method. It's kind of shitty because it requires more hard drive space because I'm saving every file twice, at least temporarily, which isn't a problem. I've got way too much storage space because I have a really big Steam library. I've got I've got 2 3-terabyte hard drives. Although, well, I guess I only have one now. One I might have fucked up. It might just be that there's I think there's a fuse or something on the hard drive itself, and that might be burnt out, and I don't think I'm gonna fuck with it. There's nothing on that hard drive that I need in particular, so I can just not worry about it, and that'll be easier. But yeah, I've got a 3-terabyte hard drive in my computer right now, and I have 1,700 gigabytes left, according to my recording software that's running now. So I can record a lot. It looks like 2,396 minutes, probably. I have no idea how many hours that is. A fuckload. Enough, I guess, is all. That's all that matters. It's enough. I had a hard time getting that out. I don't know. I have something weird going on with my throat right now. Kind of scratchy, actually. Hopefully, I'm not getting sick. I don't know why I would be. I don't think I've been around anyone that's sick, or I haven't been coughing. I don't know. That'll really suck if I do get sick, because that'll fuck with my throat, and that'll make my voice sound all shitty. And that's really good for making videos. Sounding like shit. Which I have done in some videos in the past. Back months and months and months ago, I did upload some stuff, which I did to a separate account. And I ended up taking that shit down because it was just really bad. And I wanted to separate my YouTube stuff from the ancient email address I was using, because it was my personal email address. and I figured if this does ever become a thing, I want it to be its own separate contact information. So I just made a new account. I didn't really lose anything, honestly, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Where the fuck is this goddamn thing at? Oh, that's the end of this. Is it really? Oh no, wait, it's probably sort of in the middle of the screen up from there. Yeah. These things can be pretty fucking complicated sometimes. The map layout. There's just so many little holes and like crisscrossing paths. Fuck, it's right there.
We found Kuhl's archives. They were strangely empty.
Finally, I have unlocked the secret of the soul stones once given to the Horadrim by Tyrael. An impressive creation, to be sure, but one that I
Huh, that projectile she's firing is really... I suppose it's being slowed down by this this slow time effect of that enemy. I suppose is what that's happening. Oh wait. Actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. This is getting kind of long, and I kind of want to take a short little break to get something to drink to help with my throat. So guys, if you liked what you saw and heard, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. It would help me out a lot. And if you didn't like what you saw, then let me know. Comment on my video, or send me a message on Twitter, or a direct message through YouTube. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of me, most of which are pretty obvious. Thanks for watching, guys. We will continue this next time.